In this video, I have explained speech input, speech recognition, speaker dependent and speaker independent speech input systems. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. Like the video, write the comments, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make your friends to subscribe to this channel by sharing the video link. Speech input. Speech input deals with the various applications as represented in this particular diagram. So here in this diagram you can observe that the various applications, as an example here it has been given verification and identification. The speech input will deals with the various applications as shown in this particular diagram and also for an lie detector. In the speech input we need to ask three questions to obtain a correct answer. The first is who, the second is what, and the third one is how. These are the three questions you need to ask to get a correct answer from a speech input. The first one, who. Human speeches has a certain speaker dependent characteristics, which means that the speech input can serve to recognize a speaker. Each of the speaker will be having their own speaker dependent characteristics. That means the way I pronounce the word, the way you pronounce the word will be varying. The way how I will be talking and how you will be talking will be varying. The way how we will be speaking while controlling the emotions and when you have been involved in the emotion, that will also varies from person to person. Therefore, the human speech has a certain characteristics and those are called as an speaker dependent characteristics, which can be used for the purpose of recognizing a speaker, which can be used as a speech input for the purpose of recognizing a speaker. The computer is used to recognize an acoustic fingerprint of the speaker. A computer is used to recognize an acoustic fingerprint of a speaker. A typical application with respect to the speech input is the personal identification, which is used in the police departments. A typical application is the personal identification which is used in the police department. A speech signal is input into the system to identify the correct speaker. So they will be considering the input as the speech signal, and that speech signal will be used to identify the correct speaker. That is, it is used for the purpose of identifying the speaker. Another one example is the verification. Another one example is the verification. In case of an verification, it is access protection. Verification is used for the purpose of an access protection where both the speech sample and the speaker or the input. Speech sample and speaker or the input, the system has to determine whether or not the speech sample belongs to the speaker. One is the identification, another one is the verification. In case of an identification, here the acoustic fingerprint of a speaker is used to recognize the speaker. Another one is the verification. In case of an verification, here both the speech sample as well as the speaker or the input, and the system has to determine whether or not the speech belongs to the speaker. This is about who. That is the speaker recognition. One is the verification, another one is the identification. In case of an identification, it is used in the police department for the purpose of verifying or recognizing the speaker. And the second one is a verification, where in this case the speech input along with the speaker both are considered as an input, and it is used for the purpose of verifying whether or not the speech sample belongs to the speaker. This is with respect to who. It is a speaker recognition. And the second one is what? The speech recognition. The first one is speaker recognition, that is who. The second one is what? Speech recognition. The central issue of a speech input is to detect the speech contents themselves. The main thing which you need to consider, or the main issue of a speech input, is to detect the contents which are present in the speech itself. A speech sequence is normally input to generate a piece of text. A speech sequence is normally to generate a piece of text. A speech sequence is an input to generate a piece of an text. Typically, in case of an speech recognition applications or speech controlled typewriters, language translators, systems, or accessibility options for user with specific needs. For example, today we have the various applications where our speech will be converted into a text, which is available in the mobiles as well as in the systems, where the speech is an input and that input is generated to a piece of an text, converting an speech to text. Then the third one is how. Example, a lie detector. Our third question relates to how a speech sample should be tested. One typical example is a lie detector. So these are the three questions which has to be answered to get the correct answer regarding the speech input on text. What actually the speech input will be dealing with, and what are the parameters and what are the things has to be present and what has to be considered in the speech input. To get the answer for that one, you need to ask the question as who, what and how. If you get the answers for these questions, then you know everything regarding the speech input context. The first question of an speech input, who, or the second question with respect to an speech input, and the third question with respect to the speech input, what and how. Speech recognition. The second thing which has to be answered in a speech input is what. So here it deals with the contents of the speech itself. That means how to detect the contents of the speech. So we use the speech recognition, and it is a very important and an interesting field for a multimedia systems. In combination with speech synthesis, which we have seen in speech output, it also enables us to implement media transformations. The primary quality characteristic of a speech recognition session is determined by the probability of less than or equal to 1 to recognize a word correctly. The main characteristic which we consider in speech recognition is the probability which it has chosen for the purpose of determining or recognizing a word correctly, and that probability should be always less than or equal to 1. A word is always recognized only with a certain probability. Factors like environmental noise, room acoustics, physical and psychological state of a speaker, that means the physical as well as the physical state of a speaker, means the way how the speaker will be and what way and in what condition he will be speaking, that also plays an important role. A physical and psychological state of a speaker plays an important role to determine the probability of a word to be recognized by a speech recognition. A poor recognition rate is 0.95. That means this corresponds to a 5% wrongly recognized words. It means it represents a 5% wrongly recognized words. To recognize an word, it depends upon the environmental factors environmental noise, room acoustics, physical and psychological state of an speaker. So, speech recognition will be considering the factors like environmental noise, room acoustic, physical and psychological state of an speaker. That means the physical as well as the mental state of an speaker, which will be considered, and those will be playing a very important role. And this is a diagrammatic representation of a simple speech recognition principle. Here we can see in this particular diagram a speech has been provided as an input to the system, and that system will be considering already stored parameters in the storage which has been stored, and that will be considered, and that will be analyzed or cross verified with that of an speech, and it will give the output only the recognized speech. A simple recognition principle will be comparing special characteristics of individual utterance with the sentence of a previously extracted speech elements. That means the speech which has been provided as an input, in that one it will be considering the individual utterance with a sentence of a previously extracted speech elements. That means those will be compared. The individual utterance of a speech will be compared with those which has been already stored, means which has been already extracted from the speech elements and which has been already present in the system. This means that these characteristics are normally quantized for the speech sequence to be studied. The result is compared with the existing reference to allocate it to the one of the existing speech elements. Identified utterance can be stored, transmitted, or processed as a parameterized sequence of speech elements. That means after the comparison, the result which we get after the comparison, that resulting element, that is a speech elements, can be used for the purpose of storing, transmission, as well as processing as a parameterized sequence of a speech elements. The speech recognition principle is nothing but comparing the special characteristics of an individual utterance with the sentence of a previously extracted speech elements. That means each individual person's speech will be compared with previously stored speech elements, and based upon the result which we are going to get, it can be used for the purpose of storing, transmitting, as well as the processing and a parameterized sequence of a speech elements. As I told, the principle of an speech recognition is comparing the special characteristics of an individual utterance within a sentence with already stored elements which will be present in the system. So the practical implementations normally will be using a dedicated component or a single processor to extract the special characteristics of an individual utterance within a sentence. So when a sentence, that is a speech, has been done, those speech will be consisting of the utterance of the individual characteristics of the speaker. So here each individual's utterance within a sentence which is considered as a special, those things has to be extracted. For the purpose of extracting those things, and a dedicated component or a single processor will be used in a speech recognition system. The comparison and the decisions are generally handled by the system's main processor, while there will be a lexicon with reference characteristics normally resides in the computer storage, and that storage will be a secondary storage unit. So the extraction of the special characteristics of an individual utterance will be done by a dedicated component or a single processor, and this will be given to the main system, that is a main processor. The main processor will be doing the comparison of these extracted elements with the elements which already present in the system, and those elements will be present in a secondary storage unit normally, and the comparisons will be made, and the additions are generally handled by the system's main processor. Most practical methods differ in how they define the characteristic properties, because the characteristic properties will be varying from one person to another person, that is from one speaker to another speaker. Even the methods of implementing them also varies. The principle of recognizing a speech, that is the speech recognition principle, which has been represented in a diagram earlier. The same diagram has been displayed here, and according to this particular diagram you can observe the recognition of the characteristic can be done, that is the speech recognition can be done several types. It means the principle can be applied several times, and each time referring to different characteristic. That means one time based upon the acoustic signal, one time based upon the syntax, one time based upon the semantics, one time based upon the pronunciation. Like that, we can apply the same principle number of times, and each of time will be referring to a different characteristics. The application of a principle which has been shown here can be divided into a number of steps, which we shall see now. These are the speech recognition components, and these we get by dividing the principles which applied in the speech recognition into number of steps. The speech recognition principle has been divided into number of steps to get the speech recognition components, and this is the diagrammatical representation of a speech recognition components. The methods applied in the time and the frequency ranges are: the first one is acoustic and phonetic analysis, second one is synthetic analysis, the third one is semantic analysis. The first one, acoustic and phonetic analysis. Referring to the characteristics properties of a chosen method, the first step applies the principle as explained in speech recognition. That means it will be comparing special characteristics of an individual utterance with a sentence of an previously extracted speech elements. So here what it will be extracting is the sound pattern and the word models, and it will be doing the comparisons with that one which has been already stored, the sound patterns and the word models. So this, that is the first step, applies the principle of a speech recognition to the sound patterns and to the word models. Then the second step is the synthetic analysis. This step uses the speech units determined in the first step to run the synthetic analysis on them. That means whatever the output we get from the first step, to those output it will be considered as an input, and it will apply the synthetic analysis on them. This process can determine the errors in the first run. That means if there are any errors which has been not found in the first run, those can be detected in the second run, and it serves as an additional decision tool, because the first step does not normally provide a final decision. So this can be considered as an additional tool because it helps for the purpose of finding the error which has been not done during the first step. For that purpose it is considered as an additional tool, because the first step does not normally provide a final decision. Then the third one is a semantic analysis. The third step analyzes the semantics of a speech sequence recognized to this point, and it will be considering the input which has been obtained from the synthetic analysis. This step can detect the errors from the previous decision process and remove them by using another interplay with analytical methods. So this also serves an additional tool for the purpose of detecting the errors and removing those errors by using another analytical methods. How it will do is by using another interplay. This step can detect the errors which has been not detected in the previous decisions and remove them by using another interplay with the analytical methods. Note that even with the current artificial intelligence and neural network technologies, the implementation of this term is extremely difficult. Even with the current technologies of an artificial intelligence and the neural network, the implementation of this step is extremely difficult because it has to detect the errors from the previous decision process and remove them by using another interplay with the analytical methods. All these methods often work with characteristics in time and or the frequency range. As I told, all of these methods will be applied in the time and the frequency range. They are based on some criteria and speech units as in case of a speech output. They are all based on some criteria and speech units as in case of a speech output. That is phonemes and phonemes, diaphones, like that each of the speech units will be considered and it will be based upon that one. It is regarding the first two steps. This is the third step. As I told, all these methods will be worked with characteristics in time and the frequency range, and they are based on some criteria and speech units such as phonemes and phonemes as in case of an speech output. A specific problem in speech input is the room acoustic, which will be considering the environmental noise which will be occurred. So why this environmental noise will occur is because of the environment there will be an objects and there will be an walls, and it depends upon the environment in which you are providing a speech input. So the frequency dependent reflection will be overlay a sound wave. The frequency dependent reflections overlay the sound wave. That means the original speech input whatever is there, that will be added with the other sounds, and those sounds we get because of the reflections of the sound to the walls and the objects within the environment with the primary sound wave. That means with the original sound, that is with the original speech, the additional the additional speech will be added because of the collision of the speech with the walls and the objects in the room environment, and it depends the environmental conditions. The noise may also appear, that will also be added with the speech input. So it is a problem in a speech input. A specific problem in speech input is the room acoustics. It depends upon the environment. Also, the word boundaries has to be defined, which is not easy because the most speakers or the most human beings do not emphasize the end of one word and the beginning of a next word. That means each of the speakers will be having their own way of speaking, and there will be no any gap such that emphasis can be made between the words. A kind of time standardization is required to be able to compare a speech unit with existing samples. A time standardization is essential and it is required through which we can have the comparison of a speech unit with the existing samples. The same word can be spoken fast or slow. For example, multimedia, 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 like this. It depends upon the speaker in the way how they will be taking a time to tell the word. Even with respect to the sentence, it depends upon the speaker. The problems with respect to the speech input is room, acoustics, and the speed of the word which will be given by a speaker. These all has to be considered while making a speech recognition. Speaker dependent and speaker independent speech input system. We know that a speech recognition is a term applied to the recognition of a speaker based on his or her voice. The main thing, the speaker recognition is nothing but identifying the speaker based on his or her voice. Given equal reliability values, a speaker-dependent system can recognize many more words as compared to a speaker-independent system. A speaker-dependent system can recognize more words as compared to a speaker-independent system. But this one will be at the cost of training the system in advance. To train a system to a speaker's speech, the speaker is normally requested to read specific sequences. To train a system to the speaker's speech, the speaker is normally requested to read specific speech sequences. Today, a speech recognition system have a training phase of less than half an hour. Most speaker-dependent system can recognize around 25,000 words and more. Most speaker-dependent system can recognize 25,000 words and more. The hit rate of a speaker-independent system is approximately 1,000 words. The speaker-dependent system can recognize 24,000 words. Speaker-dependent system can recognize 25,000 words, whereas the speaker-independent system can recognize 1,000 words. Note that these values are only rough indicators, and real-world system evaluation should include even the environmental factors, that is the environmental noise which will be present. Those also has to be considered. So it is just an approximation or a rough calculation about the speaker dependent system and speaker independent system. But whatever the rough calculation is there, the speaker dependent system will always recognize more words than that of a speaker independent system. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world.